Fermacell flooring elements are available in a range of styles to suit your individual needs and can solve these flooring problems. From thermal insulation through both airborne and impact sound insulation to underfloor heating. Fermacell flooring is designed as a system. A full range of accessories is provided. Whilst they are easy to install, it is important to study the instruction manual before starting work on the flooring itself. Let's start with the example of laying Fermacell flooring elements on a suspended timber joist floor. The floor must be structurally sound before the flooring elements are laid. In this instance, as the existing floor is not level, a layer of Fermacell levelling compound will be applied. All loose floorboards must be secured. As Fermacell systems are designed to be installed as floating floors, perimeter isolation strips are first laid around the edge of the room. Mineral or wood fibre strips or polystyrene in roll form is suitable. Where Fermacell is being used for fire protection, mineral fibre should be used. To prevent Fermacell levelling compound from filtering through any cracks and knot holes, trickling protection should be installed. In this case, an overlapped layer of building paper is used. The finished height of the levelling compound should be marked on the wall. Ridges of levelling compound are laid to this level. Battens of wood, or in this case levelling gauges, are then bedded on the top. The granular Fermacell levelling compound can now be poured directly onto the floor. The compound is easily spread, for example using a Fermacell levelling set. The levelling compound must be laid to a minimum depth of 10 mm. Any surfaces must be covered by a layer of compound at least this thick. The variety in the size and the angular shape of the grain ensure that the compound does not slump. Adding levelling compound also has the effect of improving airborne and impact sound insulation, as well as increasing thermal insulation levels. The maximum depth of levelling compound is 60 mm, and further compaction is not necessary. Levelling is now complete. Work can now commence on laying the 1500 by 500 Fermacell flooring elements starting at the door. Alternatively, a stepping stone system can be used, allowing flooring work to be started at the far side of the room. In general, it is best to lay the first row along the long length of the room. Taking the first element, the top projecting lap is removed on both sides. This ensures that the element butts tightly into the corner of the room. After this, the projecting laps in the first row need only to be cut to size on the long sides that abut the wall. It is important to ensure that the elements are tightly butted against the perimeter insulation strip. Flooring adhesive is then run along the seam. 2 beads of adhesive are applied simultaneously, speeding up the operation. The next element is then placed in position. The elements must be tightly fitted against each other. End of row pieces are cut to size using a handsaw or an electric jigsaw. However, it is much faster and more accurate to use a hand-operated circular saw with a vacuum attachment. Here, the finishing piece is being placed in position. The other piece of the cupboard is used to start the next row. In other words, Fermacell elements are laid in a staggered bond. There is no wastage from offcuts. Because no cross joints are produced, the floor is much stronger and can be considered to be a continuous floating membrane. In order to ensure that the maximum joint strength is achieved, The flooring elements must be screwed together using Fermacell floor screws at 250mm centres no later than 10 minutes after the adhesive has been applied. It is also possible to use diverging staples. This considerably speeds the installation process. In doorways or other awkward areas, an infill piece can be made up on site using offcuts. These are glued and screwed together in the same way as before. These infill pieces can also be made from Fermacell wallboards, jointed and screwed together in situ. In domestic applications, expansion gaps are only required for rooms of over 20 metres in length. Full technical and installation details are given in our flooring instruction manual. Once the adhesive is set, remove any excess from the surface with a spatula or a decorator's scraper. When the upper surface of the boards is clean, any indentations, small gaps at joins and screw heads should be filled using Fermacell joint filler. The floor is now ready to accept a wide variety of floor finishes. Typical suspended timber floor constructions can be upgraded to building regulations for both airborne and impact sound insulation by using this system. Even when the floor is not level, minimum disruption arising from increases in floor height is caused. Because of the low weight of the system, problems do not occur with static loading. The Fermacell flooring system with wood fibre has a particularly high load-bearing strength. The materials used in its manufacture give it strong ecological credentials and make it particularly appropriate where environmental issues are a consideration. Fermacell flooring elements can be laid directly on existing level floors as a stable substrate capable of accepting a wide variety of floor coverings. In this case, it is recommended that a separating layer be added between the substrate and the 20mm thick flooring element. Tiles, carpets, natural floor coverings and most types of laminated wood flooring can be applied to the Fermacell floor without further treatment. The 25mm flooring element is particularly suitable for warm water underfloor heating systems with tracked insulation and diffuser plates. The combination of low heat resistivity and therefore rapid response times, together with speed of installation, make it unique as a floor substrate in these types of project. Fermacell flooring elements are light and enormously robust. As they are a dry system, they are easy to install and ready for immediate use. This saves money and eliminates the curing times associated with wet screed systems. Fermacell flooring elements can increase fire safety, provide a highly efficient acoustic barrier and improve thermal insulation. They are also resistant to point loads and rolling traffic loads such as trolleys or office chairs.